After 4 years, Congresswoman Cori Bush is coming home to St. Louis. She details her time in office with our Washington correspondent, Ryan Hinson.
Bush had an unconventional path to politics. A nurse and pastor by trade, she was inspired to do more in the community following the Ferguson riots in 2014. In 2020, she won her second attempt at longtime incumbent William Lacy Clay's seat. She came into Washington pushing for progress.
I'm someone from the community who so often felt like left out of the conversation, overlooked, from being unhoused to being sexually assaulted and low wage and student loan debt, just all of the things that so many people in our community have dealt with.
Bush was most notably associated with a group of far-left progressive Congress members that went by the nickname the Squad. While in office, Bush was the ranking member of the House Oversight Subcommittee on Economic Growth, Energy, Policy, and Regulatory Affairs. She also served on the Equal Rights Amendment, Mamas, and Homeless caucuses. Her efforts to extend the eviction moratorium during the pandemic when she camped out on the steps of the Capitol was one of her proudest moments.
We camped out for 4 nights and 5 days to push the Biden administration to extend the eviction moratorium to save 11 million people around this country from being evicted from their homes. 7,000 of those people in St. Louis.
Reparations for the descendant of slaves is an issue that Bush is passionate about and one she urges the next Congress to take up.
There needs to be a real effort in the Congress to make sure that that Congress understands that the federal government has a moral and legal obligation to be able to repair the harm that has been incurred by the descendants of enslaved black people in this country and the vestiges of slavery.
The Department of Justice investigated Bush for her use of campaign funds because her husband was part of her security team, while at the same time, she faced criticism for her support for Palestinians as the Israel-Hamas war continued on.
The DOJ investigation, we noticed that no one has heard anything. There has not, there's no activity on that, and so I hold my head up proud because we followed all rules and regulations as it relates to how we manage those campaign funds. There was no tax money was used, anything like that. So I'm proud of that. And as far as my work on ceasefire, I wanted to stop people from dying. I wanted to stop people from being killed, whether they be Palestinian or Israeli.
In Washington, I'm Ryan Hinson.
Well, Bush lost her primary this year to St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell. She really hasn't decided yet what she's going to do next, but has not ruled out running for public office in the future. Let's take